Professor Paul, we are living in the age where the competition in higher education sector is increasing and increasing and increased dramatically and continues to increase. Universities all around the world are striving for academic excellence. The university you are leading, Maastricht University, is definitely among the leaders at the global marketplace for education. It occupies positions around 100 in the leading world university rankings. It is one of the most international universities. It is one of the most dynamic universities. May I ask you what you generally think about academic rankings, about the rankings of the universities and how they affect the global education market?
Well, thank you very much. I think rankings is a bit a symptom of our time, because they are used to find some way of comparing universities. And the problem is there's so many different rankings, and they all compare different things. But we think it is important to look at them because, number one, we can learn from rankings about how the outside world sees us and what parameters used to evaluate us. So we can also use this information to become a better university. And second, it is particularly for universities that are international and want to attract students and researchers from outside our country, it is important that you're recognized in these rankings. And certainly I think universities should play an active role to select which rankings they want to be particularly recognized. For example, while we are around 100 in the big rankings, we are particularly scoring high in rankings of universities that are younger than 50 years, where we are the 6th place worldwide. So there you can, of course, really show you're not compared to Harvard, but you're compared to universities that are like you. So that gives you much better information.
What are the key factors that help your university to be so successful in these various rankings?
I think most prominently that we are really an international university. We are in the top 20 of international universities in the world, and that of course has a strong influence in the rankings. Of course, young universities like ours are, particularly if you look at reputation or if you look at number of Nobel Prizes and things like that, you always score much lower than Harvard and Stanford and Oxford and Cambridge. But because we are so international, that helped us to really jump up in the rankings. Secondly, because we are young, we said we want to be world class. We cannot be world class immediately in every field, so selected some areas where we wanted to be world class real fast, and we invested in it, and that also helped us to promote us in the rankings.
So are you enjoying being young and international university?
Yes, we do, and hopefully our students enjoy it too. And because we turned 40, you have to stay young, you have to keep a spirit going. But what we see that being a young university, you are less conventional. You can do new things much more easily. If you are old, we have universities in the Netherlands, they are 400, 500 years old. And then if you make a decision, maybe you can turn a little to the right or to the left like a big ship. And as a small university, you are more mobile. When you make a decision as a university or a strategic choice, it has more impact.
You know that in Russia, the government and the societies in general is taking care a lot about improvement of the academic quality and international competitiveness of leading universities. And Lobachevsky University is among those 15 leading Russian universities participating in this 5 to 100 initiative, the aim of which is to reach the leading positions in academic rankings of the world. What would you advise to our university to success in that? What first steps you think are to be done in order to improve us further?
Of course, my general philosophy is that rankings are not a goal, but a result of a good policy. So if we have a good strategy, then it will show on the rankings. So I think one of the things to do is to become really interdisciplinary. As we know, a classical university has a lot of little islands, a lot of different subjects, and they're very isolated from each other. So I think the first step I would advise is to combine forces around, then you build a stronger critical mass, and with a stronger critical mass you're more powerful and also will see results in the rankings. Secondly, I think you should innovate education, make education very modern, international, use new technologies such as digital technologies, and also link education not only to academic goals, but also to the labor market. What is needed, what kinds of knowledge, what kinds of skills is needed from our future graduates. So if you take these, all these strategies together, I think this is helping to move up. And I noticed that you also have a strong center for entrepreneurship where you think about how can we make our scientific achievements, turn them into a commercial value, and also how we take our scientific achievements and turn it into a societal value. I think in a modern university, you know what we call in Europe, there is science for science. That's what we all do to be good scientists. But there should be also something that we call science for society. And maybe there also should be something that is called science for economy. And there needs to be a good balance between these three. And I think a modern university like yours should focus on all these three.
Thank you very much.